Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean with Manful Yoga and welcome to Body by Yoga. So this is the Yoga for Athletes section. We've broken this up into two parts. The first part is called Excel and Focus, and the second part is called Restore and Focus. So you can do one or the other or both combined. In choosing the poses and the sequence for the Yoga for Athletes section, we had to consider a few things. We wanted it to be fun. We wanted it to be something that athletes would come to on their off day and get some workouts, get some exercises that they're not getting in their typical routine, but also get a little bit of a challenge, and then they can wind down with the second half, the Restore and Focus section, to address some aching muscles and take care of their bodies. So we've come up with a really fun, somewhat challenging, but also very encompassing Yoga for Athletes routine. And the reason we're putting this up on YouTube is because we want your feedback. We want to know what you think. We want to know if it was easy to follow, if the poses made sense, so we can make this the best yoga DVD on the market. So leave your comments below. Send me an email at dean@manfulyoga.com. You can also get on our beta testing list by going to bodybyyoga.training. bodybyyoga.training. Full description will be in, full link will be in the description below. Alright, we're going to start off the workout with a series of squat twists. So your feet should be about 6 inches apart. Take your arms straight up in the air. Big breath in. And then as you inhale, take it down. Twist out to the left. Lift back up on the exhale. Inhale out to the side. To the right, and then back up. Inhale out. Exhale, stand up. Inhale out. Exhale, stand back up. So keep this rhythm going. And the reason why we're doing this, you're working on squatting, you're getting your body warmed up, so it's a dynamic exercise. You're also getting a twist with this. And the focus part of this, focusing on keeping your knees facing straight forward, your hips in line facing straight forward, despite the twist in your torso. One more to each side. Extend the fingers out as far as you can. Get a stretch in your chest and your arms. Back up. And then from here, step your left foot to the back and take it into a runner's lunge. Squeeze your feet toward one another. And then from here, bring your arms along your sides. Palms facing down, thumbs facing out to the sides. So you're working on forming a straight line from your heel to your head. Belly button sucked in to your lower back, head poking forward. So this is working on strength in your right leg. You're also working on hip flexibility and your left hip flexor. And from here, we're going to go into balance. Press down with your right foot. Work on keeping your hip even. And then bring your chest forward, hips on top of your front ankle. Back toes pointing to the back. So you're getting a stretch in your back shin. You're working on balance in your right leg to help reduce injury, to help strengthen your ankles. And you're working on core strength as you balance. And then from here, bring your left ankle on top of your right knee for a figure 4 balance. Bring your hands in front of your sternum and work on squatting toward the ground. Keep your toes active in your left foot so your toes are reaching toward your shin. Chest lifted so your spine is straight. And you're working on stretching out your left glute, right? Your left buttock here. Keep your hips behind your right foot. So this is working on strengthening your glutes, helping to reduce the risk of injury to your knee. And then from here, step back to a runner's lunge, nice and slow. And then step back up and switch sides. So now left foot to the back. Squeeze your right foot to the back now. Squeeze your right foot forward, squeeze your left heel back. And then bring your arms along your sides for an airplane lunge or runner's lunge with airplane arms. Squeeze your feet toward one another. That's going to engage your inner thigh muscles. Helps again to reduce the risk of injury to your knees. And then from here, press down through your left foot. Keep your shoulders pushing down. Even out your hips as you lift up into a one-leg balance, airplane. Relax your right hip so that your hips are even. Your left glute is really engaged. And pull your chest forward to engage your core, strengthen there, So you're strengthening your knees, strengthening your ankles here, reducing the risk of injury, helping you for uneven terrain, or if you're an athlete who plays sports, helping you with unexpected situations on the field. From here, bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Go ahead and squat down, one-legged squat here with your leg crossed over your thigh, making a figure 4 with your legs. Pull your chest up and forward. Press your right leg down using your right leg strength to get a stretch in your right glute. One more breath here. Pull your chest forward. Make sure your hips are behind your left ankle, not out to the left. And then slowly step back to another lunge. Step way to the back. And then step back up into standing. From here we're going to go into a chair pose. So your toes touch. Also insert an arm variation here. Interlace your fingers. Press your fingers out in front of you. And then go into a chair pose with your fingers interlaced. Press your knees together. Push your butt back. Make sure your tailbone, your butt is reaching down under your torso. So you're making a straight line with your back. And then keep your chin up away from your chest. Keep your shoulders pulling down. This is going to help with opening up your chest, opening up your shoulders for the range of motion you need to help reduce the risk of injury in your rotator cuff. From here, go ahead and forward fold. And then plant your left foot. Kick your right foot to the back. And then do a little squat, pull your knee in, and then extend out to an airplane, and then take it back. 5 of those. So this little fun squat balance exercise also helps to stretch your hamstrings. You're also strengthening your glute here in your back leg, so kick the heel back. That will engage your glute. Coming up on the last one. And then from here, step your right foot up, step your left foot to the back. Squeeze your feet toward one another, left foot up 45 degrees, lift up to a warrior 1 with goalpost arms. So focusing on opening the chest with goalpost arms instead of with arms straight overhead. Just a different variation. Athletes tend to have tighter shoulders, so this is appropriate. Pull your shoulder blades together just like you were doing a push-up. Keep your knee over your ankle on your front foot. One more breath here. And then from here, lean forward, press down through your right foot. Grab a strap if you need to. And then grab your left big toe with your left hand for standing foot or hand to foot pose. So if this is too hard, use a strap. Try to keep your hips on top of your ankle. Keep your chest lifted. Flex your toes toward your shin. Squeeze both quads, not just your left, not just your right. Keep a slight bend to your knee. Don't lock it out, your right leg. And then from here, step back to a warrior 1. Pointing the right foot, the left foot out at a 45-degree angle. And then right hand on your right thigh. Reach your left hand up and over for a nice side stretch. So getting deep into your left hip flexor. A little bit of a break from that balance. And then from here, lower your hands down. Straighten your right leg. Bring your left hand inside your right foot. Pull your chest forward. Lift your right arm up for a revolved pyramid. So you're working on creating a flat spine. Pulling your chest forward, creating length in your torso. Push your head away from your body. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Slight bend to your right knee. One more breath. And then lower your hand back down. Step back up. Forward fold. And then interlace your fingers. Press your palms forward. Lift back up to a chair pose. Squeeze your knees together. Press your thighs into one another. Keep your spine flat. Open up your chest, draw your ribs in toward one another, and then reach your arms up. So you're not splaying open your chest here. Working on opening up your chest, opening up your shoulders. And then from here, forward fold, plant your right foot, kick your left foot back, bend into your right knee, bring your left knee in, and then kick back to an airplane. And then back, bring it in. Exhale, kick back. 3 more. Working on extending in all directions. So you're stretching your hamstring in both legs. You're also working on the strength and balance here. 1 more. And then step your left foot up next to your right foot. Step your right foot back, point it out 45 degrees, and lift up to a warrior 1. Elbows at your shoulders. Pull your butt under your torso. Pull your right hip forward, your left hip back. So your hips are facing straight forward. Pull your shoulder blades toward one another so that you're engaging your back muscles, and then draw your ribs in, engage your core. 1 more breath here. And then from here, grab the strap if you need it. Press down through your left foot, come to balance on your left foot. Stick your right leg out in front of you. Wrap the strap around the bottom of your right foot and extend your right leg forward for standing hand to foot pose. Press your heel forward, keep your chest lifted. Notice how my hips are on top of my ankle and not behind it. I'm not doing this, but I'm pushing my hips forward. So if you don't have the flexibility, use the strap. You'll get there eventually. From here, step back to a warrior 1. Right foot pointed 45 degrees out, arms up overhead, and then left hand on top of your left thigh. Reach your right arm up and over. Create length from your hip to your shoulder and get a nice stretch in your hip. Reach up, reach over for 1 more breath. And then lower your hands down. Bring your right foot up a little bit closer if you'd like, and then start to straighten your left leg. Pull your body forward, right hand inside your left foot, left arm up, full revolve pyramid. Pull your left hip back away from your left ankle to feel a stretch in your IT band, which if you're a runner, is probably tight. Push your head forward, extend your left arm up higher. Make sure you're engaging both legs here, not just your front leg, but also locking out your back leg. And then lower your hand back down, and then step back up to a forward fold. And then from here, take it back into a plank. We're gonna work on some balancing here. Extend your left arm forward, and then reach your right leg up in the air for 1 leg, 1 arm balance. Play around with this, figure out what works for you. Sometimes it helps to lift your right leg up higher. Certainly helps to engage your core. Try to keep your shoulder over your hand. And then switch sides, left hand down, right foot down, left foot up, right arm up. Try to keep your shoulders plugged into your back. Keep both legs active, even though you're not planting your left foot. Flex or point the toes to keep it working. That's how balancing is made easy, by using your whole body. And then release down all the way onto your chest. Squeeze your toes together, press all 10 toes into the ground. Pull your chest forward and up for a cobra. Pull your shoulder blades down, pull your elbows in tight to your body. Use your hands to pull your body up higher to create a nice back bend. Push your head up. 1 more breath here. And then release back down. From here, moving back into a down dog. And we'll make it an active down dog. So lift your knees, push your butt back, push your chest back, and then you can pedal your feet back and forth to stretch out your calves. Calves are the tightest muscle in your body, and if you're running a lot, cycling, swimming, they're probably even tighter. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears, and make sure that you're making your back as wide as you can, so you're flaring your lats here. All right, from here, lift your right leg up in the air. Press your heel back as far as you can. Pull your left hip back away from your left ankle. Press down through your hands even more. Push, push, push. 1 more breath.
moving higher, and then step your right foot up between your hands. If it doesn't get up there, just use your right hand, pull it up all the way. And then from here, squeeze your feet toward one another, bring your hands behind your back, press your palms together, lift your chest up, open up your chest here. So try to squeeze your shoulders behind your chest, hook your head up, shoulders down as low as you can make them. Reach your hands down toward the ground. And then from here, release your hands, press down through your right foot, lift your right arm up in the air, bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot, make sure your bicep is facing out to the side for bow pose. Big inhale up, exhale, kick as hard as you can into your left foot, into your left hand, excuse me, and then press your right fingertips up. Try to keep your hips squared up to the front here. Keep your core strong, chest open. One more breath. And then from here, step back to that lunge, and then back into a down dog. And again, you can pedal your feet out back and forth here. Down dog is a really good counter for a back bend. It's also really good for athletes, right? You're stretching out the entire back side of your body, getting a nice forward fold in, which means releasing the tension, stretching out your spine, which we tend to not do as much as we should. But if you're active, you should probably do it more than other people. All right, and then from here, lift your left leg up, switching sides. Press your heel back as far as you can. Reach your toes toward your shin. So this is simultaneously stretching, but also strengthening the muscle in the front of your left shin. And that weakness there, or tightness there, can lead to shin splints. If you're running, you don't want that. One more breath, lift up a little bit higher, and then step your foot up between your hands. Squeeze your feet toward one another, and then bring your hands behind your back. Opposite thumb on top this time, and then press your fingertips back down toward the ground. Pull your chest forward through your arms, shoulders down, hands down as close to the ground as you can make them. And use this stretch to open up your chest. So we do a lot of push-ups, but we don't do enough pulling stuff, and we definitely don't stretch our chest enough. So this is important. And then from here, release your hands, press down through your left foot, come to balance there. Left arm up, right hand back, grab the inside of your right foot, bicep facing out to the side, big breath up. Kick hard into your right hand, reach up and forward. Keep your torso and your hips facing straight forward. Your right arm is just along for the ride here. 2 more breaths here, and kick harder into your back foot. So this is strengthening your quad. It's also stretching your hip flexor. At the same time, you're working on balance in your left leg and opening up your chest and shoulders. And then from here, step back to that lunge. And then from here, going into a plank. And from here into a forearm plank. If you have a block, grab it. Squeeze it between your forearms. Make your forearms parallel to one another. And then walk your feet in toward your elbows. Push your chest back. Lift your butt up. Try to make a straight line with your back. Focus on squeezing your elbows toward one another. So this is working your shoulders in a way that they probably don't get worked a lot. So if this feels horrible, don't worry, it's normal. Press your chest back. Walk your feet in a little bit more for a little bit more of a challenge. 1 more breath. And then from here, immediately into a squat, or a garland pose, yogi squat, as they call. Elbows inside your knees. Push elbows into knees and knees into elbows, and then squat down. To see how flexible your hips are here, pull your chest up and forward. Work on getting your butt toward the ground. Engage your glutes, engage your thighs. So let's make this active. 1 more breath here. Try to lift your chest up. Get your spine as straight as you can. And then stand all the way up.
From here, moving into a warrior two. So start facing out to the side with both feet spread wide, toes facing slightly in. Turn your right foot out, go in the right leg first, bend into your right knee, knee over your ankle, setting up for a warrior two. Shoulders on top of your hips, butt under your torso, right knee out to the right, right glute engaged, arms extended. Here's where we get fun. Reach your fingertips up toward the ceiling and then back towards your face. Push your palms out wide and feel a really mean stretch in your forearms and your chest. Then bring your hands in toward the insides of your wrists. Push the backs of your hands away from one another and stretch the opposite side of your forearms. One more of those each side. Press your palms out wide, fingertips back toward your body, and then around your fingertips. Bring them in toward the insides of your wrist. Push the backs of your hands out. And then from here, grab your block, going into a triangle. Plant the block inside your right ankle. Shift your right hip under your left hip. Extend your left arm up. Push your head forward, away from your torso. Keep your left leg active. Right leg can be slightly bent here. Using this block should make this a nice stretch, but it also still has some core engagement, and you still need to keep your body engaged. One more breath here, and then we're gonna get fun. We're getting funky. Right hand, right block in front of your right foot. Press down to your right foot. Lift up into half moon. So for this pose, your feet are the same as if they were in warrior two, except your back leg is now off the ground and your right leg is straightened almost all the way, but again, keep a slight bend. Hips face out to the side, push your head forward, reach your arm up higher. And this is hard, so fiddle around with this for a while. Press pause if you need to. And then from here, going back into a warrior two. Take the block with you. And then pivot. Straighten your right leg, turn it in, turn your left foot out, and going into a warrior two with your left foot forward now. Butt still under your torso. Left knee over to the left. Lengthening the inside of your left thigh. Arms out to the sides, shoulders pulling down. And then extend your fingertips. Reach them toward the backs of your hands. Push your palms out wide. And then squeeze them in. Rounding. One more of those. Inhale. Exhale and round. Fingers in. And then from here, going into triangle. Plant your left hand on the block. Shift your left hip under your right hip. Extend your right arm up. Keep your back leg strong. Push your head forward. So you can visualize yourself expanding in all directions here. And if it starts to get hard, just go back to your breath. In and out of the nose, really controlled. So you can apply this to a game situation. If you ever feel like you're too stressed, you don't know what to do, just come back to your breath. And as soon as you come back to that, you can find some clarity, find some focus, and get back to what you need to do. From here, moving into half moon, block in front of your left foot. Keep your hips as they are now. And then keep your hips facing out to the side. Right leg off the ground, right arm up in the air. Open your chest up to the side. Keep your right leg, your lifted leg here, active. Toes reaching toward your shins. So everything's kind of sandwiched here, right? So it's like you're being squished between two walls. You don't want to let your foot go out the side. Push your head forward, get length. And this takes a lot of focus. So as you're working on figuring out how this pose works, you're developing more focus. You're getting mentally stronger in addition to physically stronger. And from here, take it back to a warrior two. And then straighten the leg. And then one final pose here, going into what's called goddess or horse pose. Turn your heels in, really deep quad stretch. Really deep hip flexor stretch, really deep groin stretch. Toes pointed out as much as they can. And then squat down. Try to keep your butt under your body. So scoop your butt under, lean your chest back so that your shoulders are on top of your hips. Extend your arms forward, and you notice that I almost fell over backwards. And that's what you want to do. You want to get to that point where you feel like you're going to fall over backwards. Make sure the weight is planted evenly throughout your foot, that you're not caving to the arch of your foot. And then sit down a little bit lower. This is the last push in the excel and focus section. So you can really push here, go a little bit lower. One more breath. And then stand back up.
That was the Yoga for Athletes section. Again, if you would like your feedback on this, we want to make this the best Yoga for Athletes DVD on the market. Let us know if the poses were easy to follow. Don't worry about the sound quality or the video quality. I'm shooting this in my studio, aka my apartment, while there's construction going outside. So that won't be happening when this is professionally filmed in a studio in New York. Anyways, comments are appreciated. Thank you for watching this. Hope you got something out of this, and I'm hoping that you are looking forward to the DVDs just as much as I am. Subscribe, bodybyyoga.training. Make sure you get on the Manflow email list as well at manflowyoga.com. I'll see you guys later.